I would like to ask you, what are the benefits for a client who is planning to purchase a property off the plan? What are the benefits from a finance point of view?
Yeah, good question. I'd probably break it down into two things. First one, because they're signing the contract earlier than settlement, it gives the client time to prepare their finances firstly. So look around, shop around different banks, see which one fits. I guess it's a number of things. Could be fitting their lifestyle, which bank is more suitable for them, which bank gives the better interest rate, better offers, and so on. So you're not rushed in that 1 week cooling off period to quickly get the bank and everything sorted, and then interest rates might change and so on. So that's the first benefit. Second thing, look, you can budget. So right now you might have 50K in the account, but you need 70K. But comfortably you can save that extra $20,000 in a span of 12 months. So budgeting and understanding how much savings per week you need to put aside or per month up until that day of settlement is another benefit that I can see. Yeah. And actually, what do you see as the benefits on your end? That's another thing I wanted to know.
Look, buying off the plan, I guess one thing we have been now offering is our program called Live Your Way.
Okay.
So that means if you're buying at the early phase of the construction, you actually got the opportunity to fully customize your apartment.
Wow.
And add a number of extra items that otherwise would be too difficult to do afterwards. And that definitely does attract a lot of buyers that want to put their personal touch.
What sort of other items?
There's over 70 items offered at the moment. I mean, apart the simple fact of color options for your kitchen and your paint colors and flooring, etc. But you could actually add several items, like popular items are underfloor heating in the bathroom. You could add additional shower head in the shower screen area, for example. We even I know in Elena we're offering, if you've got courtyard apartments, you can actually have an additional kitchen like outdoor in your courtyard. I know a couple clients have opted to that.
I've noticed, I walked around the showroom and you've got this, everything's digital, so you can clap and lights turn on, you can talk to Alexa.
Yes, that's right. Yes, that one is in our Kira project. Okay. So we've introduced the smart home technology in Kira, which I guess currently through the product you could control your lighting, your air conditioning, but you can also add a lot of other smart home appliances, devices. You can actually purchase a smart coffee machine and,
So is that one of the add-ons?
Yes, it would be in the add-ons, but actually, while saying, Alexa, make a coffee, it will happen on its own. So it's quite.
It's talking to us now.
Wow. Okay, that's fun.
There you go. It's telling you how to make the coffee. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. It's actually a bit of fun as well, I guess.
Good. It's talking about tablespoons of freshly ground coffee. Great. Should we wait for it to stop?
Alexa, sorry, we're busy here.
Alexa, stop making coffee. Put this in the bloopers.
So another obviously clear benefit is, currently. Both federal government and state government are offering great benefits. For a first-home buyer, back in August, they've increased the full stamp duty exemption up to $800,000, which in our stock that would mean 1-bedroom and 1+ study apartments, both in Kira and Elena. But also another thing that they introduced is discounted stamp duty for the $800 to $1 million price point. Meaning, many 2-bedroom apartment in both projects will now get the benefits of a discounted stamp duty, which only a couple of months ago didn't exist.
That's right.
And then obviously about the home builder grant for the $25,000 that is reflected on apartments up to 750. And as I mentioned, coincidentally, Kira is a project, because of its timing, it's applicable. So any purchaser of a 1-bedroom, depending on their income, obviously, and as long as they're buying to live in the property, would get the $25,000 home builder grant during the settlement. And then an obvious reason is if you wait until completion, well, there'll be nothing left. That's the reality.
Yeah.
I mean, we do sell off the plan. Obviously, we have our own obligations to our own bank on selling a percentage of the properties of the plan. So we start the marketing and the selling quite early in the phase, and that's been the case for the last 10 years. So when you come and buy into a project at the early phase, obviously you've got a lot more options in floor plans and so on. And yeah, I mean, I've seen many times where clients, recontact me saying as the project is about to be finished, and the reality is, it's pretty much everything is already sold out, so it's not much to offer.
That's
them.
what we saw in the last couple of developments as well.
Exactly. I mean, at the moment with Elena, we were almost like 60+% sold, and we've got another year to go. With Kira, which we just started construction, we're about 20-25% sold. So you wait another 6 months, well, that would mean 50-60% sold. You wait another year, well, pretty much everything's sold. So.
What I noticed was when clients were coming to us, the contract dates that was signed, for example, in 2018, I noticed they're the ones that had the better aspects. They had the larger balconies. I guess those were picked out quite quickly.
Well, look, yes and no. Sometimes it doesn't always mean that the best apartments are sold at the first. Sometimes, for no sort of logical reason, some great apartments does take a while to sell with no logical reason. And the client asked me, why this hasn't been sold? Is it because something wrong with it? And I mean, I had one very strange example in Eva, where we had 3-bedroom apartment, the same apartment over 6 levels, and the middle one, not the lowest one, not the highest one, the middle one was one of the last to sell, with no logical reason. Like the other same floor plan on the lower level and upper level were sold prior, and this particular one just happened that it sold more towards the end. So sometimes that happens as well. So, but obviously when you are, buying off the plan at the early phase, yes, you have various options to take in consideration. And also another reality is obviously as we sell more and more, and if the market allows us, we do put the prices up. I mean, it's logical. I'm not talking like a huge increase, but you would find that if you're buying at the early phase of a development, you end up getting probably a good deal one way or another compared to something that's almost finished and we still have maybe 4 or 5 apartments left to sell and so on.